What is going on, guys? Maze here. Today's video we're gonna be going over the best controller settings that you need to be using right now in Black Ops 6. Now, a lot of you guys just downloaded the beta. A lot of you guys will probably also pre-order the game. This game is very different than previous CODs. So if you guys don't have the right settings, you guys will be at a disadvantage. I'm telling you right now. So before we do get into these settings, man, be sure to go down below and drop a like on today's video. Let's try to go for 15 likes, and also hit that subscribe button if you guys are completely new to the channel. Definitely there's gonna be more content soon, especially for this beta and especially when this game actually comes out. Now let's not waste any time and let's get straight into these controller settings. All right, so first you want to head to controller, and then you're going to be on this screen right here. So for button layout, what I personally like to use is bumper jumper tactical flipped. This is just because I don't have any back paddles on my controller. I don't have the PS5 Pro controller, none of that. This means is that I can jump with the L2 button and I can dive and slide with this button right here, the right stick. Now, if you're not used to this, it might be a little bit confusing. So what I recommend you do is actually go ahead and put on tactical flip. Pretty much you jump normally with the X button and then you can dive and slide just with the right stick. Benefit to this is that you guys are going to be able to move a lot quicker, and since this game is omnidirectional now, you guys want to be able to move very quick across the map. Now for stick layout preset, I just keep it at default. I do not recommend you change this at all. For horizontal and vertical sensitivity, now this is what I recommend you do, and I always recommend this for every single COD. So first you want to go to 6.6, go into a game and try this out. If you are very accurate with your shots and you still think it's slow, definitely go up to 7.7. If this is also too slow for you, go to 8.8, but anything above 8 for me personally is a little bit hard to control. Now, simplified controls, I don't recommend turning this on. We're going to be changing these controller settings, not the game. Keep this off, keep this off. Now if you don't have a PS5 Pro controller, this is 100% important. You need to start flipping your buttons, because shooting with these bumpers right here is a lot quicker than holding all these buttons down in the back. If you play previous CODs, you probably know what I'm talking about, but this is going to be a lot more responsive and you need to have this on. Controller vibration, turn this off. It is not important and it's actually just going to distract you and it's going to mess up your shots. Your effect, keep this off. You don't want any haptic feedbacks or nothing. Turn this off. Now for the dead zone inputs, left stick min, keep it all the way to 0, so there's pretty much no delay when you're moving with your left stick. Left stick max, keep it at 85. I don't recommend you really change this. Right stick min, I keep it at 0, but if you have any type of stick drift, I recommend you just bump this number by 5 and testing it out in game. If you don't know if you have stick drift or not, you can literally just click test dead zone, and if you see any of these moving slightly, that means you have a little bit stick drift on your controller. And the left trigger and right trigger, 100%, keep it at 0. Again, you don't want delay with your buttons. So that's it for the controller side of this. Let's go to aiming. Guys, so we're on the aiming tab right here. So first, go ahead and go down to aiming advanced settings. Again, this is like hidden in this game for some reason. I couldn't even find the setting. Then right down here, make sure you have these two settings on. For sensitivity transition timing, keep it on instant. Now for the aim response curve type, this all depends on your playstyle. This setting right here, there's really no meta, but it's really depending how you play. So if you like to move quick across the map, if you like to move your right stick a lot, dynamic is going to be the way to go. It's going to slow down the aim assist right when you get to the enemy, if that makes sense. Linear is like all based on your right stick, so if you're messing up on your aim, the game's not really gonna help you. But if you think you're accurate and you can control it really well, you're gonna get a lot of kills and you're gonna be winning a lot of your games. And if you honestly don't want to choose any of these two options, go ahead with standard, try it out. This is what I definitely recommend, either linear or dynamic. 170 per zoom, I personally turn this on and put the low zoom to 0.95. This means is when you're aiming in, right, and you're moving your right stick, it's gonna be a little bit slowed down, so you're going to be more accurate with your shots and you're not going to miss. Target aim assist, keep this on. Motion sensor behavior, you do not want this in COD. Like, just turn this off. Now this is going to be the most important setting in this video, so make sure you guys pay attention. VO6 added this setting called sprint assist, and what this means is that basically you have full control over your left stick. Like, you can choose when to tack sprint, when to not tack sprint. If you want to be able to tack sprint, move very quick across the map, do your slides, do your dives, be very responsive and fluid, go ahead and put on tack sprint assist. Basically what this means is that when you move your left stick, it's going to activate tack sprint right away, and then you want to click show more, and then you're going to have more settings down here. Now make sure your sprint assist delay is at 0. If you have anything above that, pretty much what that means is that you're going to be delayed by the time you sprint assist. If I had this at 200, for example, if I move my left stick, right, it's going to be delayed. But make sure this number right here is all the way to 0. And sprint assist sideways, keep this on. Backwards, keep this on as well. The main tilt assist and crouch assist, just keep this off. I don't really recommend you change this at all. You really don't need to. And then as you go down, you guys are going to see slide, dive, dive behavior. Now this is super important and a lot of content creators are not really going to tell you this. Basically, if you have tack sprint on right here, you want to make sure you have tap to slide on. Most people are doing here, they're kind of going off the meta, right, which is hybrid. The problem with this is that when you have tack sprint assist on and you want to put on the hybrid, the game doesn't know how to register when you want to slide or dive. You're pretty much putting an extra step, which is pretty much you're only going to dive if you hold down sprint. If you don't hold down sprint, you can literally dive right away, which is what tap to slide actually is. So go ahead and put tap to slide on. I mean, if you guys actually try this out in game, you guys will actually see the difference. Tap to slide is the move, especially if you're using tack sprint assist. As we go down, auto door peak, you want to keep this off. You want to go to movement advanced settings. Again, man, they're kind of hiding this. There's a lot of settings here that are not very visible unless you actually click here. Auto move forward, I like to put this off. I don't like to move forward all the time, and I want to have more control. Like if my player wants to walk or run, I get to have full control over that, so I keep this off. Sprint restore, I keep it on, as well as slide maintain sprint. Single tap to run, this does not matter because we actually have the tack sprint on, and these two settings just keep it default. Now for combat, this is for all pretty much default settings. You can also go to combat advanced settings right here and make sure your interact reload behavior is on tap to reload. Sometimes if you guys are coming back from Warzone, your setting might be on prioritize interact and you're not going to be able to reload and pick up weapons effectively. So keep it on tap to reload. Sprint cancel reload, keep this off. It's not going to help you at all if this is not on. It's not going to help you at all if this is actually on. And that's pretty much it for the controller settings for BO6. Now, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. Also, let me know what sensitivity you guys are using per se down in the comments. And I hope this video helped you out. If it did, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.